Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Brianna Adeoye, and I am in my first year as a special education teacher. Teach RSP. Specifically, I teach strategies for success for ninth graders in a small rural area in the Antelope Valley, Palmdale, California, in Highland High School. So let me just say that it has been a very challenging year and also very rewarding. And I'm excited to see where this journey takes me. But yeah, it's just been very challenging and I've had a lot of sleepless nights. With that said, one concept that really has impacted how I approach my students is the idea of funds of knowledge. And this basically just means that recognizing and valuing the lives or lived experiences, such as culture, families, roles, and interests that students bring into the classroom. So as a first year teacher, I've learned quickly that students, especially those who are special needs, have strengths and stories, and they often go unrecognized. And I think as teachers, not just special education, it could be general education, but teachers in general, we don't make it known or make it a point to be known, it will continue to go unrecognized. So specifically for me, a lot of my students, they face a lot beyond the academics, and it goes beyond the academics. Some are facing, I guess, homelessness. Some are helping raise their siblings by themselves. Some are just, navigating learning differences while also having to work part-time jobs. Some are experiencing, like I said, homelessness, living in shelters. Some are in the foster system. So, just between living home to home, or couch to couch, and just trying to stay on top of school, I think that these experiences are shaping them and teaching them resilience, problem-solving skills, and empathy. While I don't think a lot of my kids necessarily have learned the empathy part yet. I'm still teaching them that. It's building their character. So when I think when I started to acknowledge this, or when I started to realize this, these are assets. These are not deficits. I think that I saw a real shift in engagement, and I think trust. I think the relationships with my students began to bond. It started to formulate, and that was a good feeling. So one of the skills that I focus on within my classroom in strategies for success is self-advocacy, and that is a big skill that we focus on because in life we use it a lot. And in strategies for success, it involves of helping students build confidence in speaking and listening during group discussions. So learning how to express themselves clearly, listening to actively and respond respectfully to others, which can be used in a lot of applications in life. So that's part of what the standards ask of them, but more importantly, it's about helping them feel heard and valued. So furthermore, to support that, I created a unit called Real Life in Real Talk. And what that basically is I ask my students to reflect on a personal life experience that has taught them a lesson. And what we do is we basically journal. And what I call that is a daily do now. And within this daily do now, I ask them to share their personal story. So I start off by sharing my own personal story. And what I do is I try to reflect a story that they can relate to. And that is, I share my own story of being in special education, and how I had an IEP and how I received RSP and SAI services when I was growing up. I talked about what it was like to be pulled out of class. I talked about what it was like and how I felt to feel different. I talked about what it was like, and how I had to learn how to self-advocate for myself, basically, and how I had to believe in my own potential, and how I had to basically feel motivated. And throughout that, I told them that it is okay to struggle and still succeed, and that I see them because I was them. And while that sounds corny, it's the truth. So, with that being said, after that, we did a little small group discussion. And using the sentences, we do sentence starters. And that's when it starts off like, one challenge I faced was, or something I've learned outside of school is, or one of my students who specifically struggles with dyslexia talked about learning patience from helping their dad with fixing cars. And I also had another student who like literally barely speaks, and they basically talked about their experience taking care of their younger sister, and just learning how to budget their grocery money. So it was just really cool getting to hear their experiences and their stories. In general, I think that these life strategies that we learn within the classroom, they're relatable and they're real, and they're definitely transferable skills that can be applied because to life. I think that it's important, and they connect directly to their executive functioning skills where they're trying to build in the classroom. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, to support them, I use visual aids. I use sentence frames. I also use flexible grouping, and I also use reflections and rubrics. And I just try to, when I'm lesson planning, I try to align it with their IEP, so that way that it's able to support them in the best way possible, where they're able to access the curriculum. I think that the goal wasn't just academically, it was to help them to see that they're able to do anything, and that they're capable of doing anything. Because I think a lot of the times they doubt themselves, and I want to show them that they can do anything that they want to do, that they are capable of doing anything that they want to do. So yeah, that's all. I hope you guys all have a good day. Thank you. Bye.